Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week, I think it's time we had a good old-fashioned steak dinner, but man does not live by steak alone, so we're going to put some broccoli into the pan as well as a lovely seasoning. So yeah, tonight we're having steak and broccoli. Now, I already basically told you the ingredients, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what we're working with tonight. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. We start with some Wagyu thigh steak. I've got a small pouch of broccoli, and finally, I have some street corn seasoning. All right, that's basically what we're working with. Let's go ahead and get this steak into a pan. As always, we start with a little butter. All right, that looks done to me. Let's go ahead and put our steak on there. Ooh, listen to that. So we're going to load up with this street corn seasoning. Plenty on there. There we go. There we are. All right. Let's let this fry for a while. All right, let's go ahead and flip this over. Oh, look at that color. All right, give it season the other side now. Give it plenty. There we are. I think it's time to flip this over again. Oh, look at that. All right. At this point, I think it's time we added our broccoli. We'll let it soak up some of this stuff. There we go. Put a little bit of extra butter in here. We'll flip this over one more time. Let that butter kind of melt underneath. There we go. All right, well, I think that's done. So I'm going to turn off the heat, put this onto a plate, and start eating. All right, moment of truth. I have here a plate with some lovely Wagyu thigh steak and some broccoli that I used some butter and street corn seasoning with. I mean, the whole thing smells really good, but I'm eager to try this. So let's give it a try and see how it tastes. All right, first, let's get a little bit of this Wagyu. Oh man. Damn, that is tender and delicious. That street corn seasoning is excellent. I need another bite of this. Check that out. Nice and shiny. Ooh. It's not spicy, at least not to me, but it is extremely flavorful. This is an excellent seasoning. I had to bring this back from America. All right. Next, let's try some of this broccoli, which has soaked up the sauce pretty nicely. All right. Oh. Yeah, this is very good. When I was a kid and I didn't like vegetables so much, broccoli was one of the few things that I would generally eat. So even now, I really do like broccoli. Of course, we need a bite with a little bit of each. So the beef is suitably meaty, and with that street corn seasoning, I can actually start tasting the spice creeping up on me. So yeah, it has a little bit more spice than I originally thought it did. Meanwhile, the broccoli is still nice and crispy. I didn't cook it for that long, so it has a very nice crunch. One nice thing about broccoli is that the tree portion here is very good at soaking up different kinds of sauces and things. But the star of the show, of course, is this beef thigh, this Wagyu. You can see it's still kind of pink in the middle. That's the idea. I want it a little bit rare. So the idea behind this was that I was really just in the mood for a nice, simple steak, but I figured some vegetables would go well with it, and honestly, broccoli is one of my go-tos, so it was kind of a natural thing for me, and I'm really pretty pleased with the outcome. Was this difficult to make? Hell no! I put the steak in a pan with some butter, I seasoned it heavily, and then I threw some broccoli in at the end, and that was basically it. But the end result is really nice and tasty. And of course, we've got lots of this here. So everything about this is stuff that I like. I have some nice steak with a little bit of kind of a spicy, flavorful seasoning and a little bit of broccoli that soaked everything up. So yeah, I have no complaints about this. And I have probably about half of this steak left and just a little bit of the broccoli. I'm going to finish the broccoli before bed, but I might leave a little bit of the steak for later. Anyway, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. I will see you in the next video.